I always thought I was a good mother. Not perfect. No one is, but the kind who tries, even when it hurts. My name's Linda. I'm 58, and I raised my son Michael alone after his father died in a car accident when he was 7. I worked as a receptionist during the day and cleaned offices at night. There were weeks when my hands were cracked from the cleaning chemicals, but I'd still make pancakes for breakfast before he went to school. That boy was my reason for everything. When Michael told me he'd met someone, Mom, she's the one, I believed him. He'd never sounded that sure before. Her name was Emma. She was beautiful, confident, and came from money, the kind of background I could only dream of giving him. The first time I met her was over dinner. I still remember the restaurant. Dim lights, soft piano, wine glasses taller than anything I'd ever owned. Emma smiled when she shook my hand. It was a perfect smile. Too perfect, and for some reason, it didn't reach her eyes. We ordered food I couldn't pronounce. When the waiter came, I pointed to something on the menu and said, "I'll have this." Emma leaned in and said with a polite laugh, "It's pronounced bruschetta, not bruschetta. Don't worry, everyone gets it wrong." She looked at Michael, rolled her eyes, and added, "We'll work on your mom's Italian later." I smiled. I always smile when I'm embarrassed. An old habit. But inside, something sank. That was the first of many small humiliations. She never yelled or insulted me directly. She was too smart for that. Instead, she did it the way wealthy people do, with smiles that sting and compliments that cut. When I brought a casserole to a family dinner, she said, "Oh, that's sweet. My mom has a chef who makes a version of that, but with truffle oil and imported cheese." When I complimented her dress, she said, "It's custom, but don't worry. You can find similar styles in department stores." Once, I accidentally called her sweetheart, and she laughed. "That's adorable, Linda. My grandma calls people sweetheart." Michael laughed too, and I just sat there pretending my heart didn't crack a little more. Then came the wedding planning. I offered to help, flowers, invitations, anything. She smiled and said, "Oh, that's okay. You've done enough. Just relax and enjoy the day." When I tried to ask about the rehearsal dinner, she changed the subject. Later, I found out through Facebook photos that the dinner had already happened. Dozens of people were there, her family, Michael's friends, even his boss. But not me. That night, I sat at my kitchen table with a cup of cold tea, staring at my phone. I scrolled through those pictures until my eyes blurred. Her mother was giving a toast. Michael was smiling, holding Emma's hand. I wasn't in a single frame. For 25 years, I was the one who made every birthday cake, every graduation meal, every Christmas dinner. And now, I was invisible. I cried for hours that night. But when the tears stopped, a strange calm washed over me. I realized something. You can't humiliate someone who's no longer afraid to be seen. 2 months before the wedding, I called the event planner. Her name was Megan, an old neighbor's daughter I hadn't seen in years. When she recognized my voice, she said, "Linda, it's been forever. How are you?" I smiled. "Better than ever, Megan. Listen, I have an idea." I told her I wanted to contribute something small, a family tribute display, something personal. Megan hesitated. "I'll have to check with Emma." I cut her off gently. "No need. It's just a few framed photos. I'll handle it myself." After a pause, she agreed. "All right, just send me the measurements for the display table." The next few weeks were a blur of memories. Old photo albums, faded Polaroids, screenshots of text messages. I printed everything, from Michael's first soccer game to his college graduation. But the centerpiece wasn't a photo. It was a framed message he'd sent me years ago, during his hardest time in college. "Mom, I don't deserve you. You gave me everything when you had nothing." I printed that message in gold cursive on white paper, framed it, and placed it right in the center. When I looked at it all together, I didn't see revenge. I saw truth, and that was enough. The morning of the wedding, I woke up at 5 a.m. I ironed my navy blue dress. Nothing fancy, just something that made me feel like myself. When I looked in the mirror, I didn't see the tired woman Emma saw. I saw the mother who survived everything. At the venue, everything sparkled. Gold accents, crystal glasses, violinists playing softly. Emma looked stunning. I won't deny that. But her smile vanished the moment she noticed the display table near the entrance. Guests were gathering around it, whispering, smiling, reading, crying. When Michael walked in, his eyes filled with tears. He hugged me tightly and said, "Mom, you did this?" I nodded. Just wanted everyone to know where this story began. He kissed my forehead. "I love you." And for the first time that day, I saw pride in his eyes, not pity. During dinner, people kept complimenting me. "Linda, those photos were beautiful. You must be so proud." Emma barely spoke. She kept glancing at the display as if it was mocking her. Finally, she leaned over and whispered, "You made this about you." I smiled and said softly, "No, dear. I made it about truth." Her jaw clenched. She stood up pretending to fix her makeup and walked out. 2 weeks later, Michael called. "Mom," he said, "I think Emma's upset about the wedding photos." Apparently, everyone had been posting pictures of the tribute display. Guests had written captions like, "The real heart of the wedding," and "True love begins with a mother." Emma's own photos barely got attention. Her designer gown, ignored. Her carefully staged cake cutting, lost in the scroll. But my photo of Michael's message to me, that went viral among our friends. I told Michael, "I didn't mean for that to happen." He said, "I know, but maybe it needed to." Months passed before Emma reached out. On Mother's Day, she texted, "Happy Mother's Day, Linda. Hope we can talk soon." I stared at that message for a long time. Then I replied, "When you're ready to talk without pretending, my door's open." She never responded. Michael still visits every Sunday. We don't talk much about Emma. Sometimes he helps me in the garden. Sometimes we just sit quietly and watch old movies. But there's something different in his eyes now. Something grounded. Respect, maybe. Or realization. People think revenge is about destruction. It's not. It's about balance. It's standing tall in the space where you were once made to kneel and letting truth speak for itself. So, no, I didn't ruin her wedding. I didn't yell. I didn't fight. I simply let love outshine arrogance. And it did. And sometimes, the kindest hearts are the ones you should never underestimate. Because they're the ones who remember everything, every insult, every laugh, every time you look down on them. And when the moment comes, they don't need to destroy you. They just let everyone finally see who you really are.